Okay, this is going pretty fast. It was just a matter of a couple of minutes since the last time I was showing you how I marked that to take the rest out. We're going to do the same thing again. We'll make our little curve in here with the Sharpie marker, and then down here you'll see, like in the other video, I'll knock these corners off to get the bottom of this to go up there further. I'll shape it, go towards the can. That way it takes the heat off there. That's plenty long enough. If I measured this air freshener can, which I was amazed it's that tall. This air freshener can is about 7 3/4, almost 8 inches tall. These cans are about 5 3/4. So you're not going to get quite 15 inches when you put 3 of these together. Because you're allowing for this. You're still going to get a good foot. I know there's formulas on these, but I'm just kind of going to go by what I like. Well, these are nice cans. They're not real heavy duty, but you figure most of the fire takes place in here. Get the idea. We'll go ahead and draw our Sharpie marker down in there. We'll kind of center on this seam. We'll put a mark here too to keep this lined up, because we're going to cut those bottoms off. The bottom areas, you'll see. I'll show that. That way it tries to go against this as far as it can. Okay, back. Okay, we've got this in here to satisfy us. This is what I use. I just use these. You can buy these for $1 a pair. Any type of dollar store. This is pretty lightweight tin. I use these to cut tin all the time on cans. You can see where I kind of took the corner off. I'll pull it out and then show you. I'm not worried about it going all the way over here. The more I keep doing that, the more this is going to get shorter. I don't want it any shorter than this. Okay. I did take my Sharpie and I kept drawing. The more I cut the ears off, the more I had to draw. So, let's pull this out of here and show you. One side's a little bit better than the other one. But I've been using my scissors. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's ever going to see it. It's just so it'll work good. But I use the tip of the scissors to cut here. It gets kind of tricky. But I went around there and I snipped it. The big pieces are easier, but because when I get this done, you want this to go together good. It takes a little bit of fidgeting to get it together. A little bit of fidgeting to get it back together. That's good enough for me. So if you use vermiculite or something, there's going to be ashes. You can always put some insulation here. So I want, whatever I put this in, I want to at least keep this off here. My other small little one I made, the video before this one, it does get hot on the outside. So if someone used a better insulation, which someone suggested on the other video, a type of insulation, I've never heard of it. But I know people use the carbon fiber stuff, not carbon fiber, carbon felt, like an alcohol stove. If you could pack some of that in here for heat insulation and wrap it around there before you poured insulation in it, that's another idea. That stuff's expensive. They want like $17 for a couple square feet of it. There is internet sources to get it though. Carbon felt. I'm sure that's what it is. Stuff I'm not real familiar with, but you get the idea. Be 3 high, so it won't fit on the camera. 3 of these cans. I'm doing all the work on this. I haven't cut the bottom out of this yet. I think I mentioned that. Doing all the work in here before I put together. I'll show how I rivet these together. I'm going to use some little pieces of tin. But I don't know if I want to wrap this way with a piece of tin that gets kind of bent and bulky. I might make little straps. So I have plenty of rivets. Plenty of rivets to use up. But the foil tape keeps that together real nice. You can see how good it fits together. And of course with this tape, you want to mush it down. On furnace stuff, they have a little I call it like a bondo scraper, little plastic spatula. You can use your glove like this. Get that stuff to stick down good, and it's hard to peel off. I made a mistake, had to peel some of this off. It's really good glue. If it's touched for a day, you're going to know it when you try to peel it off with your fingers. Okay, that's about all I'm going to show till the end. I said I'm going to cut this out with my Leatherman opener. I might even save these for some little experiment or project. About to polish up, make those parabolic dish starter fire starter. Sure, if you see me, you know what I mean. Like the trick of polishing the bottom of the pop can with the chocolate. I've never tried it, but I'll save this little metal disc for something. Trying to make these easy, simple tools. That's my whole idea. You could get picky and flare this out right here and put a rivet in there or something, but once it's together, it's not going anywhere. That'll be big enough to put your sticks in. These are going to be small type, so you don't need 3 cans. You could have it 2 cans high. I'm just curious of how good this thing is going to roar when we fire it up. I want to hear that rocket stove. To me, if I made one, someday I might. I'll go to an exhaust shop and have them bend a piece of pipe into an elbow. Then I'll have more. But then I'll want that feed tube. I'm going to design one I've seen where you can feed wood. You'll have another piece of pipe right here. I may even modify this one again or something. So I'll probably start from scratch. Feed tube. Feed sticks down a pipe this way. So this is all air and your sticks going this way. If I make one of those, it's probably going to be out of heavy gauge steel that's welded together with a welder. And maybe square tubing. There's plenty of YouTube videos on those too. Nice way to feed it. You just keep dropping your sticks down in there. I like that idea. That's going to be some of our next projects. We're experimenting now with different diameters and heights to see what we like. I made one out of a gallon paint can, a little hobo stove. It doesn't draw very well. It's alright for small. It doesn't get that rocket sound. Okay, back to work.
You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole.
Okay. Little piece of can. Did it on 2 sides. That's good enough for me. I don't think it's going anywhere. I could put 3, I could put 4. We're just going for 2. That's just a piece of can. I kind of did it in an easy way. I got some block of wood here. I drilled a hole through this. Laid it down, drilled a hole in the can, riveted it, then held this tight, then came over. Tried to stay close so the rivet will pull it in there. You can see how it kind of goes up over the hump. Riveted one piece. Pushed down over here real tight. Drilled another hole, put the rivet, and then cut it off with the scissors. You can kind of see how it humps over there. It's pretty tight. I'm not going to try to rip it apart, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Careful, this stuff's sharp. I just cut my hand on there. Good enough. Thought I'd show that. You can put it 3 or 4 times. I mean, I should spend the time maybe do it, but I don't think it's going anywhere. This is our prototype, but we want this as smooth as possible. I know there's ridges in there, but you can see over there where the tape's kind of broke through. I may wrap some tape on here too, even though it's going to burn off. I might put a little bit more tape on it. Another layer of foil tape over top of the seam. It's going to burn off eventually, but when it first fires up, we'll know it's super airtight. Okay, back to work.